I want to advise you as a patriot, as an American, but perhaps more specifically as a Christian. I want to advise you to begin to stand on the constitutionality and the ineligible status of Barack Hussein Obama as the President of the United States of America, because the upcoming election is going to deal with all of that. And I don't have a clear statement about how it's going to all turn out, whether there will be a suspension of the election in 2012 because of the turmoil that will be generated and regarding the illegality or the legality of Barack Obama running, and going all the way back to the 2008 bid where John McCain ran, because that will be raised as well when they began to discover the legality and the illegality sometime in October, if not September of 2012. It's going to go there. There's a high possibility that the election could be suspended. There's a higher possibility that Barack Hussein Obama will call for martial law and will then invoke the National Defense Authorization Act. At that point, many who have been suffering under the oppression of keeping quiet in the Congress, in the courts, and in media regarding Obama's ineligibility will explode and will then take a stand that our nation is at a crisis, that it is inevitable and it must be resolved. Obama's eligibility must be proven true or false, and we're going to see the second civil war explode across America. At such time, people like Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, who wants to be the world leader, but more specifically needs to demonstrate to the Iranian people, to the Ayatollahs and the mullahs rather, his strength, will play a major role in instigating discovery against Obama. It'll be a Muslim against Muslim. Mahmoud Ahmadinejad will seek to usurp and unseat Barack Hussein Obama as the most powerful Muslim on the planet. And so he will play a covert part in the pushing and causing the media and others who have been oppressed by this, holding this criminal information to their vest, who will then come forward as this major eruption takes place upon the American political and economic and global scene, for that matter. So be mindful of that those are the days that are ahead of us. Hugo Chavez will play a minor part as well. And Vladimir Putin will certainly play a minor part in this matter. The Chinese will settle and they will strengthen Obama's hand. The Chinese will support Obama and will use their economic power to try to convince the Iranians or Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and others to back off and allow Obama to stay in power, and to threaten anyone either in the courts in America or in media in America or the Congress of America to back off and let Obama take the seat again in 2012. The Chinese will take that particular position, but the rest of the world will be most effectively against him. This second civil war that goes on in America, and as you need to understand that in the midst of wars, nations ally themselves or align themselves together for the kind of support they believe that they need. And this second civil war will be aided by China, and the opposition will be aided by the Islamic world, by its oil money. The Saudi Arabians, who will try to stay neutral, but they realize that if they do stay neutral, there will be an Arab Spring or uprising in their nation as well. And they will have to backtrack rather, because China then becomes, and China will play the most important role as one who purchases products, uses and consumes, and also has the money to keep the global economy afloat. These are my prognostications for the up and coming 2012 election, and what I'm referring to as the second civil war, or the third global political economic war that will be happening because, and brought to us because of the illegal election of Barack Hussein Obama back in 2008. I admonish you, I advise you, get on the side of truth and justice and pray that God Almighty will return to the church again, because he has left the church, because the church has voted for and condoned a Muslim and did not flinch at the idea of Islam being the leader of the Christian nation, or an Islamic leader leading a Christian nation. I'm James David Manning. You're listening to the Manning Report.